Everyone loves Deadpool dancing but hates She-Hulk. But why? Both characters are two people who can break the fourth wall, trying to be funny and dance as they like. So why has Deadpool won hearts and She-Hulk got tomatoes? There are 5 reasons that explains this, and none of them related to that. Deadpool is a man and She-Hulk is a woman. Liar! So be sure to watch until the end of it. The first reason, the song. The director chose Bye 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 from NSYNC. It's not just any random song that makes you want to shake it. It's also one of the most famous pop songs of all time. And for people who are more than 20 years old and grow up watching Fox Studio and Marvel, brings so much nostalgia to the movie.
We had a deal. Let the others grow old, not me.
And let's not forget, it's a song from X2, one of the first X-Men movies, which we saw Logan in it. And the biggest reason for Wade is that Logan hated that song.
What are you doing?
Which made Wade love shaking with it.
Let's fucking go!
So that makes it a great song for it and makes people love the scene because they can relate to it. She-Hulk songs didn't have any of those qualifications. The song in the She-Hulk scene was Body by Megan, the most popular song of Megan, and she has 32 million followers on Instagram, which is a lot by any means. And you might say and think like that. But let's not forget, for mainstream pop singers, it's not that much. Justin Timberlake has 73 million followers, and Ariana Grande has 377 million followers. If Marvel used a song by one of them in She-Hulk, the reception would be very different because people would recognize the song instantly. They are 2 of most popular singers in the world, like NSYNC guys back in the day. But I guess they didn't want to do that because they had to pay a fortune to use one of their songs for a few seconds.
I'm broke, nigga! I'm broke!
And then see that they literally burned money over this project. So I have to ask the director, why did you do that? The fame of a singer matters because being unknown to the general audience means the singer's cameo doesn't carry any weight. The song they use isn't well known either, and it doesn't bring the nostalgic feeling like they did with Bye Bye Bye. You can't find someone above 20 that didn't hear Bye Bye Bye, or at least Justin Timberlake, which makes it the perfect song for the audience. Same thing happened to Madonna's song that played in the trailers and during the 3rd act. But we can't say the same thing for Megan. But there is a question here. Do we need a very famous singer and song to make a movie or a scene great? If you watched La La Land and heard City of Stars by Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone, you already know that it's not true. And you can do it even with actors and make some masterpieces. But let's get to the second reason, the dance moves. The choreography of the 2 dance sequences is very different. Deadpool does all kinds of well-choreographed and perfectly executed because the person dancing under the mask is not Ryan Reynolds. He's Nick Pauli, a professional dancer. They needed someone who knew how to move very well because part of the dance is to recreate the original NSYNC dance. Some of the moves might look simple. Feel free to do it and see if you can do it perfectly in first try.
Just do it!
But be careful to don't break some limbs. I'm sure the dancer tried so hard for it. It takes so much training and talent to do it, which we appreciate it. And there's more. There are moves that are completely new like this one. Those are stripper moves, not male pop singer moves. Since Deadpool doing that, it sounds funny because it's unexpected and match his sense of humor and shows that Wade is not taking anything seriously. The original dance sounds more complicated because it's longer and there are more people in it and choreographing at the same time. Not just one person dancing like the Deadpool and Wolverine entry, but Deadpool's moves are not easy.
Still got the moves.
She-Hulk moves are not like that. Jennifer only does one thing through the dances, shaking her butt. Not anything else. It could look seductive to some people if she wasn't a green female Hulk. But even if it looked better, Twerking is not known as a complicated and high-standard dance moves. It doesn't matter if it's done by a man or woman. It's not ballet or something no one claps for them because of their great skills and years of training in twerking. Anyone can move like that as long as they don't have back pain or hip problems. But there are two things in here. First of all, do we really need professional dancers to see some good dance and great scenes? And again, answer is if you know the Chaplin. Watched La La Land and many other movies, you know that's not true. And actors can do it perfectly sometimes too and impress the viewers. And the second thing is, you probably think if Deadpool did twerking like She-Hulk, instead of doing super complex choreography, people would still love it. That is true.
Got your ass.
And that third reason explain why. We have to remember we are watching superhero movies, not musicals, even though they both are comedies. There has to be a reason for their dancing, no matter how ridiculous it is. The reason behind the two dances are completely different. Deadpool dances because he doesn't take what's happening seriously, and he's mocking TVA staff with it.
That's not funny.
Even when TVA agents order him to hand over his weapons, Wade promises not to use any of them. He's a man of his words, and instead he attacks them with Wolverine skeleton, because he knows he can beat them all without using guns and katanas. And that's why he shakes it off. In the middle of the battlefield, he knows he can beat them all, even when he carries no guns and dance as he wants. Because he didn't take TVA agents seriously.
I'm not just like the rest of you. I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better!
And the song is not just playing in the background. Deadpool uses his dance to break the fourth wall and interact with the credits, like in this shot, when he knocks down the producers' names with a little kick. He also attacks the agents to the rhythm of the song. When we hear, "Out that door," Wade slaps the agent 3 times, coordinating the movement with the 3 words before the chorus. One part of the lyrics say, "Just hit me with the truth," and right when you hear the word hit, we see Deadpool hitting an agent on the head. Deadpool dances to make it clear that this is going to be a comedy, that he's going to make fun of everyone, that it's going to be a very brutal movie, because we see the dance intercut with a massacre. And it also tells us this is going to be a nostalgic movie, because Wade is doing a choreography from 20 years ago. She-Hulk starts dancing because she feels like it.
What? What the fuck?
In this scene, Megan Thee Stallion signs a contract for Jennifer to become her lawyer from now on. There is a cut, and then they are both dancing in her office. Just because.
Well, you got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
Someone might say She-Hulk wanted to take the opportunity to dance with Megan to celebrate, because she's a fan of hers. But fans of Cardi B won't start twerking with her if they run into her on the street. Maybe they ask for a photo or signatures, but they are not gonna start dancing. If we go to deep film analysis mode, we can see She-Hulk starts twerking because she finally feels comfortable in her body and accepts that she's a Hulk. That's why she is more extroverted than in the first episode, when she didn't want anything to do with controlling her powers. Maybe this scene intends to show us Jennifer's physical and mental changes. She used to be a lawyer who took his job very seriously, but now she's more relaxed and wants to use her powers in front of everyone.
I don't think so.
But honestly, all of this feels a little bit forced because none of it is picked up in the following episodes. In fact, in episode 7. Jennifer confesses that she doesn't feel comfortable being She-Hulk and that she almost wishes she hadn't gotten those powers. One scene has an interesting background, a reason to exist, and uses the song creatively, and the other one does not. Fourth reason. The timing of the two dances is different. And that is super important. Deadpool dances happen at the beginning of the movie. And like I mentioned before, the scene works to anticipate what's to come. It's unexpected we've never seen Deadpool dancing before. And no one expected the first scene of the movie to be a desecration of Logan. With Wade literally dancing on Wolverine's remains.
What's going on here?
But the scene works because it sets the tone of the movie and gives us an idea of what we are going to see next. That's exactly what an intro is supposed to do. She-Hulk's dance happens in post-credit scene. Marvel has trained us to expect that, to wait until the end of the credit. Because Marvel post-credits are very important, because they have been since Iron Man 1. It's natural for people to feel disappointed when they see Fiona shaking her butt. Because that doesn't hint at all anything that's coming next. This post-credit scene doesn't work as a teaser for the next project. Not even a teaser for the next episode of She-Hulk. It's just a bad joke.
Yeah, that's not funny.
Before you call me a She-Hulk hater and Deadpool fanboy, let me say that. Something similar happened with the Deadpool and Wolverine post-credit scene, when we heard Joni Storm being all foul-mouthed, and we confirmed Wade wasn't lying when they were in the void. The scene may be funny, but I heard several people who were disappointed, because they expected much more. If the post-credit scene had been Deadpool dancing, I'm sure this scene wouldn't have gone that viral, and more than one person would have left the theater angry, because they were expecting a teaser from Avengers 5. Not Deadpool dancing, but because of the dance happens at the beginning, the reception was good. Fifth reason, for some, the most important one. It's no secret that Deadpool is one of the most beloved superheroes of recent years, and let's not forget Ryan Reynolds being one of the most popular actors, which made the character even better. And that very few people like She-Hulk. This is the key, because it's easier to laugh at a friend's jokes than laugh at a joke told by a jerk that you can't stand. Maybe your friend isn't George Carlin and doesn't tell the best jokes ever. But you might laugh anyway, even if the joke isn't that hilarious, because you know them and like them. But you're probably not going to laugh at the joke of your worst enemy. No matter how good their stand-up show is, you might even try not to laugh, even if you know they've said something funny.
Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier and welcome back to another Try Not to Laugh challenge.
This may sound silly, or you might think some people are just stubborn about hating everything She-Hulk does, but it's one of the reasons sitcoms work so well. The Office is one of my favorite comedies ever, but most people didn't like from first season. For myself, it was okay, they had some good jokes, and knew how to make me laugh. But it took a few episodes for me to start watching season after season every day, and get really attached to the characters, and laugh at every joke that characters made. It felt really good.
That's what she said.
And from season 2, it was much funnier for me, because now I was a fan and into the show. Loved each character and was related to them. The jokes were the same, but since I liked the characters, it was hilarious to me.
I get it.
It's the same for Deadpool and She-Hulk. A lot of us are ready to laugh at whatever Deadpool does, because the character was well built in previous movies. We are already in on his game. And we like Ryan Reynolds, so there were many chances we would laugh at anything he did. But since She-Hulk started in a terrible series, and her character is written to make us dislike her, it makes sense that we raise an eyebrow when she tries to be funny. If you add that to the 4 previous reasons, it's logical that no one likes She-Hulk dance, but it's not all. Thanks from everyone for watching this video. Have a great day.